Let's talk toys.
What's up, all you strange dudes and dudettes? ToyShiz here. Wait, hold on 1 second. Okay, there we go. Now we're out of the upside down. I got a great fresh look for you today. We are totally going to be checking out the brand new McFarlane Toys Stranger Things Season 3 Chief Hopper, or as I like to call him, Magnum Hopper. I am totally digging that shirt. Just finished Season 3 binging, and it was in Target, and I had to get this figure. I actually have been collecting all these Stranger Things figures. Truth be told, I still need to get maybe like 1 or 2. The ones that were like only at Walmart for whatever reason. Most of the weird Season 2, because there's so many more characters that I really wish we were getting. But when you got Hopper, as cool, I really liked Hopper this Season 3. Definitely go and check it out because the show is awesome. It's my favorite season so far. Season 1 was amazing. That's what really introduced binging, right? Netflix really took off with Stranger Things. Everyone's like, what is this awesome 80s show? Plus the 80s references in this were like dialed up tenfold. They're walking around a grocery store. They got Ghostbusters cereal on the shelves, Donkey Kong cereal. That was like one of my favorite parts. I'm talking about all the references, not even talking about the actual show. But when you got Chief Hopper wearing his Magnum PI shirt, doing what he's doing, comes with all these awesome accessories, some of which we have actually seen before. And I'll pull out my other Hopper just to show you. On the back side, we get a look at all of the Season 3 figures so far, 11 and Chief Hopper. I'm going to eventually get 11, but it might be one of those where it's like kind of heavily discounted because I don't really need any more 11 figures. I do like the design on the dress. I think it's a cool looking figure. The face sculpt is a little bit off, and I just don't need another 11 figure. Give us more monsters. Give us the Mind Flayer. Give us more of the key characters. Billy, Steve, the Hare Harrington. I'm set with the kids. Just keep doing more characters, McFarlane Toys. Just do it all. Anyways, so we're going to get them open. We're going to take a look. This is the McFarlane Toys Stranger Things Season 3 Chief Hopper. And here's old Hopper out of the packaging, and he's a pretty decent Stranger Things McFarlane figure. Not gonna lie, you know what you're getting if you're buying these figures. The articulation, some of the paint can be a little bit off from time to time. It does have some wonky joints as well. Now, you know, it's just one of those things. I appreciate it more for the fact of I'm a big fan of the show, and they come out every so often, and it's just something like, oh, well, they got new Stranger Things figures. Very cool. I'll add those to my Stranger Things collection. So I'm not looking at it in terms of, wow, this is a completely overdone. The articulation, you know, the accessories are actually pretty cool, even though you kind of get the same ones over and over again. Not like any other company does that, right? Hasbro. It's just, for me, a fun thing to collect on the side, especially when you get them for a reduced price. That's always a good thing. Good old Hops, looking pretty good. Looking very Magnum PI. The attention to detail on the face is really good. And while I do think that it does look a lot like David Harbour, I could also say that it doesn't look like David Harbour. I would say it looks more like him than doesn't look like him. So in that sense, I do like the figure. I even like that he's got a little bit of a head wound right there. Go watch the season to kind of figure out how, when, where, and why he gets that. I'm enjoying this shirt. This shirt is so 80s. This is the 80s action figure right here if you needed to have one on your collection shelf. The pattern is perfect. There's not really any slop at all. And I looked all over this thing. It's pretty much sound secure. Even the paint on the jeans look really good. He's got a nice gold colored belt. Brown belt, not much paint slop at all. And I'm going to be quite honest with you, a lot of these Stranger Things figures have had their problems, especially with Series 1. Back in the day, Chief Hopper and 11, they were kind of all over the place with paint. A lot of paint in the joints, having things kind of curl up, crinkle up. It wasn't the best ideal situation. But even his shoes, they got a nice wash to them. Very nice brown color. Overall, I'm very happy with this figure. Articulation-wise, his head rotates on the ball. Looks like, doesn't really look, yeah, he looks down, at least. That's not bad. And his head just popped off, okay. Totally glad that did not break. But yeah, you're not going to get much rotation out of the head. Shoulders have got articulation. They'll go up and down. Nothing at the bicep. The wonky articulation I'm talking about is you can see the ratchets in these joints. And while I'm glad they do have ratchets, that's not very attractive. We'll just say he looks like a robot, basically. The watch on his arm, that looks pretty cool. I'll give him that. Nice detail. You can even see the little hands of the watch. Again, this is where the wonkiness comes in. You can see the joints. It's just off. You know, it's off. But if you don't really care and you're just into the Stranger Things, it's kind of like, all right, well, that's what I'm getting. And if you want to collect them, collect them. If you don't, that's just what it is as well. He does have a waist swivel. Kicks out, yeah, a little bit. These are a little bit more malleable, these front parts of his jeans, so you can kind of get some posability. He actually kicks out better than anything. He's got some ratcheted knees, single jointed, of course, and yeah, you can see the robotic parts. And he's got some bit of a rotation, not much. This, you know, you're not going to get much articulation out of him. That's just is what it is, but like I said, for what you're getting, it's not bad at all. He comes with a walkie-talkie. We've seen this a million times. Every single kid release has had this exact walkie-talkie. Maybe on the first release, the buttons were just painted a bit different. Same exact walkie-talkie. He gets another Magnum Revolver. This looks to be the same exact one, just a little bit less paint that the one came with the original Hopper. So that's a bit of a bummer. Don't go in the opposite direction. Go higher, more details, not less paint. Come on. Then we have a bottle of Chardonnay, and that's what I mean. Like, I like the accessories that come with these figures. They're very off. It's stuff that you wouldn't normally get with a usual figure. But yeah, this looks really cool. The actual artwork for the box shows that it was painted to see the Chardonnay, but you're just kind of getting a black bottle with the label. And then he comes with a open hand, and this is where you put the walkie-talkie in if you want to have him hold it. And much like the kiddos, this is how you do it, and that's how he holds this right there. So it's a great figure. I like that they come with stands. I just think that if you buy a McFarlane figure at this point, you know what you're getting into. Yes, they're making changes. McFarlane Toys used to be the top of the line, man. They had some awesome, amazing Spawn figures back in the day. So while I'm not collecting everything McFarlane Toys, I'm highly looking forward to what they got going on with the DC license next year. But in the meantime, I'm going to collect me some Stranger Things figures. And just to show some comparison, here he is with Wave 1's Police Chief Hopper in his Hawkins police attire, looking very dapper. Came with a coffee cup. That's immediately why I kind of gravitated towards this. I was like, anytime a figure comes with a coffee cup, that's really cool. It comes with a revolver, stand, yada yada. And then, of course, you got the big old Demogorgon, and he's holding a cup of coffee. But yeah, the scaling wise, you know, it's there. They're all really great figures. I do recommend them if you're just a big fan of Stranger Things. So that's going to do it for my fresh look at the brand new McFarlane Toys Chief Hopper from Season 3 Stranger Things. Let's just call it Magnum Hopper because that shirt is off the Chizane. Pure 80s goodness. I absolutely love it. I want one of those shirts like for all major holidays coming up at this point. I'm going to just freak people out. Watch Stranger Things Season 3. I highly recommend it. I had a great time. Binge it. All 8 episodes. You'll get through it really, really fast. Look for 11 later on. Maybe I'll do like a collection video too of all my Stranger Things figures. Fingers crossed that we got more characters coming. We'll know more at SDCC. So until then, I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, don't get mind flayed in the time being between now and SDCC because I hear there's a lot more stuff to be revealed, and that's even before Comic-Con actually starts. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.